Good evening.
Good evening.
My concerns are very similar to Maria's, so I'm going to try not to be too repetitive, but I'd like to know, hold on one second, I just lost my note, pardon me. How exactly are body cameras going to help police accountability in light of cases like the Jax 5, where ample video evidence of Gary Snow assaulting protesters and making physical contact with police officers, as well as assaulting protesters and ignoring the crowd, informing them that the man they were beating and tasing as they pinned him to the ground was deaf and could not hear his commands to comply. But despite all the footage that proved official police reports were lies, the people have yet to get justice. Now, we just got the good news that Connell Croom's and Dave Schneider's charges have been dropped, but Gary is on camera. Gary is on camera breaking the law, assaulting officers, and he is yet to be detained. He's also currently using the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office logo on his Jacksonville Code Blue page. I'm confused. Does he work for your office? Did you allow him to use your intellectual property? Does he represent JSO? I don't know, and as a member of the community, that concerns me. Because after what I saw April 7th, I am horrified of the police. I have panic attacks every time I see an officer in uniform. Officer McEwen, after brutalizing my friends, pushed me into traffic and lied about the fact. I have that on camera. How are body cameras going to make me and these people in the community trust your office after incidents like that? I have no trust. I have no faith. What are you going to do to restore that?
So let me start by saying this. So I think there's an impression tonight that there is some sort of resolution to this April 7th incident. Keep in mind that these things take time to look at and to evaluate. We have yet to adjudicate anything in this case, other than the two charges that were dropped that we heard of today as well. So there's still work to be done in that. And I think some of the expectation about it being done quickly, camera footage is fantastic. It's a great part of what we do. It's a great part of what the body camera program will provide. It may not speed up some of these processes. You still have to evaluate the arrest, evaluate the reports, interview everyone involved. All those things take time to do. So when that is resolved, we will come forward and say, hey, here's the findings. Here's what we know. Looking at the footage, reading the reports, interviewing the witnesses, here's what we determined. So again, body camera footage is a piece of it. It's not all of it. And that footage from April 7th is a piece of it, not all of it. And all of those things are still obviously being worked, at this point. So again, I think that the resolution or the adjudication from the state attorney will answer a lot of these questions. And that ball is in her court right now.
But besides the body cameras, what is your office doing to gain the community's trust again?
So let me tell you this, we work constantly, every day, in the community to build trust, to build relationships really down at the neighborhood level. So we're working and walking neighborhoods. I'm walking neighborhoods. Lieutenants, officers, sergeants are walking neighborhoods. We just did a neighborhood walk Monday at 45th and Dodge out off of Moncrief. It's about really, creating an environment where we have an interaction with the citizen beyond some kind of police service call. So, our neighborhood walks, you knock on the door and basically ask the community, hey, how's the neighborhood and how can we help? And the more we do that, the more we build trust. Again, down at that neighborhood level, we're seeing some gains from that. I can point to this weekend where we had a tragic weekend, 9 shooting incidents around the city this weekend. 4 of those we made arrests in that same weekend. We only did that because we had support of the community. Things that, we may not have had in years past. Lots of cooperation we get in these cases from the community. So the more we work to build that relationship, and it's really that simple, having interactions with the community, beyond some kind of police service call. So whether it's coffee with a cop, whether it's neighborhood walk, whether it's interactions we have with parents and kids at PAL, or in many of our nonprofit partnerships around the city, all that works to build trust. All that works to build relationships. You can't build trust until you have a relationship with somebody. You got to start there, and that's what we're doing.
What about the intellectual property question? Have you allowed Gary Snow to use your logo?
So we don't, as we have been told by our general counsel, have the ability to stop that as of yet. So again, something that we're looking at, not a trademark issue, not a trademark item. So there's nothing that we currently can do. Looking to resolve that, not just because of Mr. Snow's usage. We have other usages of the logo that we don't approve of. So we need to work on that, and again, something that we have to work on through the general
I'm concerned about people falsely identifying themselves as police officer affiliated with the police force, and I want to know that that logo is something I can trust.
Absolutely.